I thought I'd do a different kind of video today. And as you know, Nottingham Forest beat Burnley 4-1. If you want to go and see that video, go and check it now. The link is on the top of the left-hand side. But it's a massive talker point because, as you know, Morgan Gibbs-White, he's been on fantastic form since Victor Piera has come in as Nottingham Forest coach. And as we know, the World Cup is coming up soon. But I want you, and like I said, I have my talk about it. Do you think Morgan Gibbs-White deserves a World Cup call-up? As you know, that he didn't get called up in the provisional, was it 45-man squad or whatever it was, 35-man squad. And we know Elliot Anderson got called up and deservedly so. But the form Morgan Gibbs-White has been doing now, and I don't know if no one knows, I think he's in his best form of his life. He scored 9 goals since Victor Perez come in. Since he's come in. And it's a massive talking point. And I don't know if you were, I don't know if anyone's seen Match Day 2 last night. Morgan Gibbs-White is the top English goal scorer in the Premier League this season. Joint with Danny Welbeck of Brighton. He's above Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Morgan Rogers, and Cole Palmer. And we all know, like, Chelsea have not been playing great, and Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, Ollie Watkins as well, great players, and Calvert-Lewin, like, scoring goals for Leeds United as well. But Morgan Gibbs-White, he's one of them players, like I said, he's scoring goals in Europa League as well, and I've scored a fantastic goal against Porto on Thursday night, and Forest are now in the Europa League semi-final against Aston Villa. Do you think he deserves it? Because sometimes we all know that Morgan Gibbs-White, he's our best player for Nottingham Forest, and you've got to turn up for massive games. And yes, we didn't play great the first 60 minutes, but he changed his position. He played as a left winger, left 10, or whatever you want to call it these days, and he scored a hat-trick in 15 minutes. And he's scoring goals for Victor Pereira, and we need him, and he's delivering. And like I said, he's scoring goals against Man City, one of the best goals that I've witnessed. Again, Porto in Europa League. He's scoring important goals for Nottingham Forest. And this is a debate I want you lot to say, and it could be Forest fan, any football fan. Do you think he deserves a World Cup call-up? Because we all know that the role that Morgan plays, there's some talent in that role, number 10 role, and we've got Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, and it's packed there. But we all know Thomas Tuchel always calls up players who's on form, and Gibbs-White is on form. And let's keep it real. Like I said, I'm not saying it because I'm a Forest fan and I want to see all these players in the World Cup. I do, but if you're looking at form, he's a joint top scorer, English player in the Premier League. And Thomas Tuchel has got to think about that because he's on form. And I've said it to everyone, since Victor Perez come in and he's scoring his first game against Fenerbahce, and he's playing fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And we all know, like I said, Morgan Gibbs-White, he's versatile. He can play, like I said, he can play that number 8 role, number 10. He can play wing. He can play that false line as well. He's versatile. And me personally, like I said, everyone can say, "Oh, because I'm a Forest fan." Why not? And the joke side of it, imagine him being in the Tottenham team, and look at what Tottenham are now. And imagine Morgan being in that team and being relegated to the Championship. And I look at him now. Gibbs-White playing fantastic. But people in the comment section, do you think Morgan Gibbs-White should get an England call-up? Me personally, yes. Like I said, I'm not being biased because I'm a Forest fan, but I think he should be, to be fair. He's on form. We have got massive games coming up now. Again, like I said, Aston Villa in the Europa semi-final. Massive games against Sunderland, Chelsea, Man U away. There's so many big teams that we've got to play. Newcastle. Me personally, I feel more Gibbs-White should get called up. But I want to say, people, how do you feel about it? Do you think more Gibbs-White should get called up? That's the discussion I want to know. Do you think he should get called up for Thomas Tuchel 25, 22, 25, whatever it is, for a cup? I think he deserves it. He deserves it. And that hat-trick he did against Burnley in 15 minutes said it all. He said it all. And again, 9 goals since Victor Pereira's come in. Surely that deserves a call-up for the England squad. But like I said, people, what do you feel? In the comment section, do you feel he should get called up for the England squad? And like I said, we've got massive games coming up. And I feel like what Gibbs-White is playing the best football since in the Forest shirt. And yes, he played last season, was amazing as well under Nuno. But because now we're in the Europa League semi-final, I think players like himself, Elliot Anderson as well, I think Elliot Anderson's definitely going because, like I said, he's one of the best number 8s in the Premier League. But the question is, people, can Morgan Gibbs-White do it? Can he do it, people? I think he can. I really do. I'm sure he can. He can do it. But the main question is, people, can Morgan Gibbs-White carry on his fantastic form for Nottingham Forest to get that call up for the England squad? And like I said, I keep mentioning there's so many good players out there, and some are not even playing great. I know, yes, we are in a relegation fight still, but if you look at on form, Thomas Tuchel has said he'll call up players who's on form. And we know at the start when Thomas Tuchel did get a point for England and won't give Morgan Gibbs-White a chance. I think it was the Ipswich game. And then someone got injured, he get called up. He played his little part for England. And then he didn't get called up. But now you've got to thank Victor Pereira for getting the best out of Morgan Gibbs-White. Because me personally, I think he should go to World Cup. But people in the comment section, how are you feeling? Do you think he should get a chance in the England squad? Get in the comment section now. I will read all the comments. I will reply. But again, Gibbs-White should definitely get called up. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. And the question is, does Morgan Gibbs-White deserve an England call up? Peace and love of the Forest.